Hello everyone, this is Hasan Laskar and you are watching Sociology for Life. Please do subscribe, like and share. Today I am going to present the best way to write research proposal, particularly for the researchers of the social sciences. If you are worried and thinking how to write a research proposal, then this is your solution. This video will help you out in writing a best research proposal. Follow the video till the end. In this video, we will discuss about the way of writing research proposal, that is the best way of writing research proposal, particularly for the researcher of social science. And in this process, I will mention about some procedures, some steps of writing research proposal, and what should be the important things to keep in mind during the writing of the research proposal. The most important condition of writing a best research proposal is your passion and the maturity in research. This is not the step of writing research, but this is the precondition. That's if you have a passion and maturity in understanding research, then you can have a very good and significant research proposal. An important thing is that if you write a good research proposal, it will be recognized widely and your research will be done in very effective way. You must have a passion for your research. That means you want to know. You must have a passion for your research. You should not do a research just for a degree and certificate. You should do research to acquire knowledge, to undertake a particular study, and you must have purpose so that your research will be beneficial and effective. And second important thing is the maturity in understanding research. You must have a proper understanding of the research. That is, what is research? You should not just be excited about getting a PhD degree and the use of the prefix called doctor. You must have maturity in thinking about your research problem and the outcome. Now let's begin. Now let's begin of writing the best way. Now let's begin the steps of writing the best research proposal. The first and foremost important step is review of literature. Technically, this is the first step, but before starting review of literature, you must have a proper and clear understanding about your area of research. Area of research does not mean the geographical area, but area in your discipline, means the sub-discipline. If I take the example of sociology, then it has many sub-disciplines. For example, rural sociology, urban sociology, industrial sociology, medical sociology, social demography, etc. etc. So, as a researcher, you have to find out a broad area of research in your own discipline. And once you selected a particular area of research in your discipline, then you can go for review of literature. And review of literature is the first step of writing a best research proposal. Now let's discuss about review of literature. Here I cannot discuss much detail about the review of literature, but what is the most important thing of the review of literature I will discuss. The most important thing of writing review of literature is the intensive understanding and relevance to your research. You have to understand the existing literature intensively, as well as relating these with your research. Existing literature shall guide you in proceeding towards formulating a research problem. And this is our second step in writing research proposal. That means statement of the problem. So second procedure is the statement of the problem. So let's discuss the statement of the problem. Statement of the problem means writing or describing your research. That is what you are going to do in your research. In the proposal, you shall be able to write a very comprehensive statement of the problem. And this statement of the problem shall involves what is the existing research and what will be your research, and third important thing is the gap between the existing research and your research, what you are going to do. So this understanding of the gap shall be the focal point of writing the statement of the problem. So writing and understanding the gap of the research is the focal point of writing a best research proposal. Your review of literature shall guide you writing the statement of the problem. Statement of the problem must have a proper link with the review of literature. That means you have to find out the gap between existing research and your research, what you are going to do. And if you are able to find out this gap, then your research problem, that is your statement of the problem, will be the best one. So third important procedure after formulating the statement of the problem is the objective. There is formulation of the objective. You must have a very clear, comprehensive objective. One thing is very important in formulating objective of the research proposal is the comprehensiveness and the clarity. You must have a clear understanding of your objective, that what you are going to study. It must not be very lengthy. Some people write 8 to 10 research objectives. This is not actually scientific. This is not actually feasible. You must have to write a very comprehensive objectives. It may be even 2 or 3. Some people think that less research objectives may leads to a bad study, but this is not true at all. If you can be clear and comprehensive in your objectives, then it will be the best study. Fourth important step of writing research proposal is formulating research questions. Research question is very important. Formulating research questions means your understanding of the gap of the research which exists in your area of research. That the study which you are going to do must be productive and must be useful for other researcher. It should not just be the description of some data and calculations and the accumulation of some informations. It must generate knowledge, information, and the output for further researcher. That means you have to prepare the best research questions. How you will find the research questions? Research questions you can find if you do intensive literature review. And at the same time, you have to think about your research, what you are finding from the review of literature and what you are thinking about your study. So both the thinking and the existing literature will help you out in formulating research questions. And research questions ultimately will help you to find out the research gap. Actually, the research question is the research gap, because if you are finding research questions, that means you are trying to ask yourself what you are going to find out, what you are going to get, and this is actually the research gap, because you have not found this thing in the existing literature. Anyway, The next step, that is of writing a best research proposal, is the formulation of research methodology. Research methodology is also a very significant part of the research proposal. In formulating research methodology, you must have to decide the research design. That you shall decide the research design. What will be the research design of your study? Now, here I will give you some examples of research design. These are descriptive research design, explorative research design, explanatory research design, experimental research design, and others. Now you have to decide which research design shall apply in your research. After deciding research design, you have to think about the theoretical formulation. Here in this video, I am not going to describe more about the theoretical formulation, but I am just mentioning that theoretical formulation is very important. I will discuss in detail in another video. The second important thing of writing methodology is the selection of the research method. What method you will use? So certain examples I will give here: the sampling method, the survey method, and others. Now, after deciding the method of the data collection, you have to choose the tools or techniques of the data collection. Now, certain tools and techniques I am mentioning here. These are the questionnaire, interview schedule, interview, observation, again within observation, participant and non-participant. So these things will make your research methodology a proper one. But this is not the end of the research methodology. There are more things to know and understand in the research methodology. So in course of time, in course of your research, you will understand the research methodology. But for your research proposal, this much things will be the best for you. So these are certain the procedures, certain steps of writing a best research proposal for you. Please like and subscribe my video, and also you can express your views in the comment box below.